Hello and welcome back to Tetra Football. And it's coming home. No, it is not. After that shocking performance by England, I can't see that if we're going to play like that against America, how we're going to win this tournament as a whole against teams like Brazil and Belgium, even Croatia. They've done us in before. Netherlands as well after a good performance against Ecuador in the first half. But yeah, let's talk about the big game first. England versus USA. The hype, the build-up, and the disappointment. Honestly, this game, it just reeked of disappointment, especially for England's perspective after beating Iran 6-2. I mean, you were hoping that we'd go out and obliterate America, but to be fair to the Americans, they did well, and I mean, specifically on the counter-attack, they did look dangerous, and we didn't look like anything going forward, and even at the back, we looked shaky at times, so it was a worrying performance from England perspectives, but America, they got a much needed point. They couldn't afford to not get any points from that game. But yeah, England, word of the day, disappointing. I mean, I really don't know what to say. I mean, no one really did anything. Kane was playing CDM half the game, which was weird, to say the least. I don't know what was going on there. He just looked tired by the end of it. We should have definitely subbed him off. And other teams just like would pick us apart on days like that. Southgate ball is not the way to go. Next game then was Netherlands versus Ecuador. Another 1-0 draw. Ecuador were robbed, you could say. I mean, they deserved to win that game 2-1, 3-1. They had the best chances. Netherlands, better team in the first half maybe, but Ecuador in the second half just obliterated them. You cannot argue with that. The offside goal, it was given because the player was coming from an offside position and he did obstruct the keeper, although I would argue that the keeper had already dived the other way for the original shot and not the flick on, so he really didn't affect it at all. So I think they were robbed for that goal. And yeah, Ecuador in the second half were amazing, and for me, this game was my favourite of the tournament so far. I felt like it was end-to-end, actual good, fast-paced football being played, which I haven't really seen yet. I mean, at times there was a bit of it from the USA and the America-England game, but this game was the one with the fast attacking football. What a finish from Gakpo for the first goal. He's going to be a future star. And Ecuador, you've got to say, they look like a really good team unit and quite a feisty game between the two teams there. It was a little bit of scrapping going on, nice sort of fighting between the teams, I guess you'd say. It was a very scrappy performance from those teams, and I do think that Ecuador will probably go through along with Netherlands. I think both of them will go through because Senegal have looked poor recently. And speaking of Senegal, Qatar versus Senegal, Senegal wins 3-1, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that Senegal conceded to a team like Qatar. I mean, I was hoping that Qatar just wouldn't score a goal at the World Cup because they quite frankly don't deserve to. They don't deserve to be there. And they're already out of the tournament. And Senegal you just had to concede, had to go ruin the party. Though fair play to the Senegal fans. They're always there. Bright, colourful, the green, yellow and red. It looks amazing in the stands. And they're all very cultural and committed. And just, they love their country and you can clearly tell it. So fair play to them. But overall, for playing against Qatar, Senegal didn't look amazing. I wouldn't say they looked that good, but they looked good enough, obviously, to get a 3-1 win. And then another boring game of the World Cup. I mean, you could say the same for Qatar versus Senegal and England USA, but yet another boring game of the World Cup. Wales versus Iran. I mean, Wales are going to be heartbroken. You could see their kids crying in the stands. And Iran, I mean, fair play. Much better team in the second half. I mean, I feel bad for Joe Allen personally. After he got subbed on, you could see him sprinting about the pitch the whole time, and his teammates were disinterested. Really, I mean, Bale was putting in some effort, but he didn't look good at all, and all Wales' hopes were on him, and he didn't look that good at all. But Kiefer Moore, for me, has been Wales' best player this tournament. I mean, he was the outlet. He was winning free kicks for them in this, trying to get them back in the game. Maybe could have done better with some chances, but for me he's been their best player, especially in that first game versus the Americans. He completely changed the game, and this game he was definitely the player to watch for Wales. I mean, Nico Williams made a silly decision with the direction of play with his long ball, which led to Iran on the counter-attack for one of their goals, and the first goal was just a poor clearance from Joe Allen, to be honest. And to be fair, what a strike from him, and the second goal, a quality little finish from the player. And fair play to Ramin, I believe, the goal scorer. He was energetic the whole game. Quite feisty. This was another quite feisty game, but quality performance from Iran in the second half especially, and Wales are going to be heartbroken. Anyway, that's it for this match day of the World Cup reactions. Is it coming home is the question to all England fans, and any non-England fans if you want to throw your twopence into this conversation. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.